Hi my friend, it's Pat Sloan, and we are going to look at this first because my design wall freed up, and so I have it available right now. Let's pop this Bats and Booze baby up here and see what's going on. See if I want to expand it or not. Sounds like a game show, doesn't it? Okay, so this is the piece that I showed you yesterday that's already sewn, and then I went and got a handful of the 2 or 3 handfuls of these that I have. And they're already, made, so I just laid them up there. So this would be a mock-up of doing the zigzag all the way around, and then I could add this pumpkin border. The one thing about it is that the orange fabric is a kind of funky color. It's a funky orange. See it? Now I could just pull out all those oranges, I have plenty, and do all the blacks, anything that's black or white and black, which I think is pretty much only the zigzag of white and black, or maybe something that doesn't have so much of that orange. Although in a lot of ways that orange doesn't really bother me, but it is going to be like the gingham is much more similar to the orange in the Bats and Boo. Now I would do inner borders here, probably maybe white or black, and then definitely black inner border before the orange gingham. So that's interesting. I kind of like it, and then I also kind of think, well, I've got to do some work. I'd have to redraft a little bit to get the sizes right to put that zigzag on. Then as I was hunting around, I found a piece of this left from one of the projects from last year. I think it's on a border of one of the Halloween quilts from last year. So I thought, well, what does this look like? So let's take a look at how it looks. So if I were to put that guy up there, and I think ultimately I either like that orange gingham there or the white gingham, because the Fat Quarter Shop did white, which is actually kind of neat. It's a little bit unexpected, and I like the way that it looks. All right, so that doesn't answer anything, does it? It just this has me looking at it to decide, but I'm pretty sure I don't want this one. It has a lot of pattern, and I think the quilt, the center of the quilt, needs to be bigger. I think that this is just too much pattern for that small inner size. And then if it's out here, I don't think it adds anything either, because I think that if I'm going to do that zigzag and then put another border, if I'm going to do that, I need that sort of more tonal looking rather than something with a lot of pattern. So this will be saved for something else. Since I've already used it once, I'm not so sad about that. Okay, so let's move on. I have no idea. You can leave your thoughts down below in the comments section here at YouTube. And while you're there, please hit that subscribe. Then we can be friends, and you'll get a notice when I do new videos. So we have the new mystery, all the trimmings starting. You can download the supply list. I've got a project page up now for it. Link is below. It's over at the I Love to Make Quilts website. Now the Fat Quarter Shop did give you a sneak peek of theirs, which is using Christmas morning fabric in a very dark background. So I'm using Christmas morning fabric too, but here's a sneak peek of the same block. I am using a gray dot. This is a gray dot from the Christmas fabric line. And this project takes a layer cake. So here's some of the Christmas morning fabrics. Let me just move this a second. Come down here. So here's the Christmas morning, just a couple of them. You're going to have leftover from the layer cake, which is nice because you could then do a companion table runner, some pillows, so you'll have some layer cake left over. But any Christmas layer cake is going to work. And then here is the dot that I used. So that's the dot that I used with it. And I believe there's also like a little bit lighter dot than that. Yeah, so there was a lighter version of the dot. If you like the dot but you want it just a little bit lighter, I think there's also might be a green version of that dot. Yeah, so there's a green version of it. But you're going to need greens for like parts of the block, so that probably wouldn't be a good choice. Not a good choice. Okay, so there's a sneak peek of mine with a different background. Now I also had this fabric I'd gotten. This is called Baby It's Cold Outside, and it is totally different colorway, and I thought I'd show it to you because all the trimmings is definitely a Christmas quilt. You aren't going to want to make it with like spring fabric. It's just not going to look right. It's Christmas quilt. There's images on it that are definitely Christmas images. Now you don't have to buy a layer cake. You can use your own stash. But I want to show you some Christmas fabric here that's a bit different, and I think it's kind of cool. Cool, baby, it's cold outside. You know, it's always fun to look at something a little bit different, and I have this grunge here, this gray, that I think would look good with it. So if you're up for doing something a little bit different, there are some pinky poinsettias, and then it's got teal. So there's pink and pinky red poinsettias on teal. Here's a whole bunch of really darling cardinals. I love the dot. Love. And there's a wintry sort of snow. Because remember, it's Baby It's Cold Outside. There's kitties on here. Kitty. Stripes. And then some nice tonal, you know, tone on tone. That's beautiful, that blue. There's more teal that has, you know, acorns and like the ferns, well, the trees. Whatever, I can't think of the word. Okay, so there's some deer, and that's the end. So this line is one that you could pick up if you want to try something a little bit different, if you have somebody who doesn't use real traditional red and green for their decorating, but that would also look amazing. So it's very traditional red and green for this project. Okay, I have a mail call to do this first. Mail call, and it's like this whole box. Oh my goodness, I was like, what? This whole box, and this, look at the cute card. Isn't that darling? It is from Sandy in Texas. So she sent me an entire box of edges. Look at this. Look, it is like Christmas. Look at all these. Fun. So she decided she wasn't going to use this, so I am thrilled to be, look at the little feet on there. So cute. So I do have a pattern in mind for all of these, but you know, after my book, I will look at this. I will look at it. Look at down there. Ah, Sandy. Thank you. Mwah. These will definitely come in handy because it takes a lot of these edges to do anything with a quilt. And I'm so grateful for everybody who sent me a few of theirs. So thank you. I'll talk about the project I want to do with that in the near future. Yes. Okay, Cross Stitch University. It starts soon. That is what I put on the calendar today to be sure that everybody who wants to get involved with Cross Stitch University has enough time so that you can order stuff. There's super cute bags like this, which come in 3 colors. There's green and a red one too. I just love these bags. I love this mesh. I'm totally in love with this mesh. It's great for any kind of project. So the Cross Stitch University project is this. It's the super cute house. Look at that, with love. I am so excited about that colorway. That blue and green right now I'm sort of drawn to that. Do you have that where you go into these cycles where like particular colors you're like, yes. So that blue and green I am really drawn to. And there's a whole kit if you want to do that. If you want to just get, there's the needles, which I have been using these needles and I really like them. Of course, they're called Pat's Favorite. That's not me, Pat. That's just somebody else, Pat. But I do like them. And then the kit has a cute little pair of scissors. You can get the floss so that you don't have to go. I like that. It's like, you know, I don't have any floss organization at all. I've just been getting these kits. And so for the most part, my floss is a mess. So I need to do something. I'm going to show you something in a minute here. And it gives you the cloth to work on. Now this will start the 30th, I think, of August. So that's like next week. And there's also a nice little zippy bag for this if you want to get, if you like these canvas ones. And it has Cross Stitch University on it. See, Cross Stitch University. I love that. I just love it. And the t-shirt, which I will be wearing on university days. There we go. Cross Stitch University. I'm going to wear the t-shirt. It's so soft. It's so soft. So I want everybody who wants to play along to have time, you know, be able sure you can get in on this because it will be so fun. And the Fat Quarter Shop sent me this to look at. They have these new boxes for holding your projects stuff like your floss. And so I am very excited to try this out. I have to go watch the video, but it just came and I want to show it to you. It comes in 3 sizes, so I'm going to have to get the red. I mean 3 colors, I'm sorry, 3 colors. So it comes in red and teal. And there's dividers in here, you know, like for if you want to put your patterns and so you can mark them. But then there's also this other divider, which I need to see exactly how that gets used. But I think that's for helping with floss so that you can, you know, put floss in there. And this will be just like a divider inside. So I don't know if I need to clip it somehow or if just using it, you know, keeps it in there. So that I have to look at. But it's a nice box, really sturdy. Came shipped in the other thing and works out really nicely, and I can put on here what's inside, and you can just put one on top of the other if you want more than one of them, which I'm thinking I might have to do so that I can get the floss stuff, because right now most of it's just in here and in here. So those are the actual projects, but the extra floss and other doodads and stuff, I need a little place to put it. And I know one of the things that Kimberly did was a whole great video on sort of organizing your cross stitch stuff, which was really nice. So after the book, I will look at that heavily, but I'm going to look at doing just the bare bones here to get, you know, get this stuff organized for doing the Cross Stitch University. All right, my friend, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. I don't know. I might just go for the plaid and be done, or I might put the zigzag on. Can't decide, can't decide. All right, I love you. Mwah. See you online.